Hi guys, I hope you're okay and having a good day. I thought today that I'd do a video of something that I did for my sister and I'm doing for another member of the family. Don't want to say who, they haven't. As far as I know, they still haven't announced it on social media, so I don't want to spoil that for her. Um, so yeah, I did this for my sister and I had a smaller bag for my sisters and um, yeah, unfortunately that bag wasn't available when I went to buy it for this person, but I managed to still get a nice bag for her. It's actually a wet bag with a pocket up top here with a zipper, and then this little bit here also has a zipper inside. You probably can't see it, but that's fine. It's actually a wet bag, so she'll be able to use it afterwards with her baby, which will be really cool. The first item, or items, I've got two white washcloths. These will come in so handy. You can buy a third if you want to, but it's not necessary. Um, the washcloths are really good for you wet them, and they're good for cooling because it's really common for a lot of women in labour to get really hot and feel kind of icky. And so the washcloth on the forehead or on the back of the neck, just at the base of the neck, that really helps and cools them down. I wouldn't recommend using sprays to cool down because it kind of gets annoying and just kind of mingles in with the sweat and just makes you feel even more icky. So I wouldn't recommend using sprays to cool down the face. However, I would also recommend, oh, before I move on, the other use for these is down below. If you get hot water, and I mean hot water, and wet one of these and put it down below, it helps. Number one, it helps to relieve pain with the ring of fire. Obviously, there's a lot of pain and it doesn't get rid of it completely, but helps to relieve pain. And number two, it reduces the risks and the severity of tearing. So yeah, that's why you might want to get a third. You don't have to. Two is enough. So I'll unzip this and pop those in first, just because they're the biggest. Okay, the other thing I recommend for cooling down is a little handheld fan. Oh, try again. Little handheld fan. A lot of hospitals will have a nice big fan, but the problem with those is that a lot of women in labour can actually find it overpowering. And so to have a little handheld fan like this that they can just use on the face, they can find really helpful because that does actually cool a person down really quickly, is cooling down the face. So there's that. A lot of them will actually come with batteries, these ones do. Everything that I've bought, unless I mention otherwise, everything that I've bought comes from Amazon. The washcloths were, I think, £1.50 each, and this was £2.50. Okay. Another thing that a lot of women will find is that when they are in labour, the breathing that they may use, that they would normally use for getting them through labour, actually dries out the lips. And if for any reason a woman needs oxygen, that also dries out the lips really badly, and you can end up with quite chapped lips by the end of the labour. So I recommend a good lip balm. If you know what her favourite lip balm is, go for that. I recommend Nivea. Now, the Nivea Hydro Care is kind of like a bit more intensive care for the lips, and kind of really, it helps to get things back quickly if they're really dry already. And I'm putting also in this tinted Nivea lip balm so that she has a choice, and if she wants to, she can use a tinted lip balm if she wants that extra bit of feel good of having a bit of makeup on. The other thing that, and a lot of women find is that if they've got long hair, it's really, really irritating and annoying and frustrating to have it in your face during labour, and it can actually add to your feeling of heat. And so you really want to, during labour, you really want to keep the hair off the back of the neck and out of the face area. So the first thing I have is hair bubbles, hair elastics, and these ones are no pull. They haven't got the little metal thing on them. And again, I got these from Amazon. The only thing I didn't get from Amazon is the lip balms, which I got from Morrison's, which is a supermarket here in the UK. And the other thing I got to keep the hair out of her face is this. I'm not going to get it out because I'm frightened I'm not going to get it back in again, but I've got this little kind of hairband, which basically it's an elastic hairband with the pretty flower pattern that goes across the head. And it just kind of, as well as keeping the hair out the face, it just kind of gives you that little feel good of having something nice for yourself when you're not struggling, that's a horrible word to use, but while you're going through labour and kind of not feeling great. It's just nice to have something that makes you feel good, and this will kind of help to keep the hair out of the face. The only thing I would say to add other than that is a bar of chocolate, because if the woman's allowed to eat, it's good to get like energy in as great a form as fit as possible, because she's not going to want to eat a lot, and so you want her to be able to get a lot of energy in from a little amount of food. So chocolate's good for that. If she's not allowed to eat, then having a bar of chocolate, even just a little bar of chocolate after the labour when everything's kind of calmed down a bit, then even just having a little bar of chocolate after the labour can really kind of give her a pick-me-up. But apart from that, there's nothing that I would say is kind of essential. But you can add other bits if you know that this particular person you're doing it for likes to put their hair back with bobby pins. You can buy her bobby pins instead of the hairband. You know, just little things like that. So yeah, I hope this helps you, and this should hopefully give you a unique gift for a friend or loved one with for a baby shower, just to make a bit different. So yeah, hope it helps you, and I'll see you again soon.